found you here. I can't believe I found you here. I can't believe I found you here with the former randoms.
I got Pierce Brosnan squint all over my computer now.
Oh, great.
What does it smell like?
I think it's just water. Maybe a little bit of soap in there.
It's a light scent.
That's a very light scent if it's just water, yeah.
It's really light scent.
It smells like rain on your wedding day.
A free ride?
It's because Pierce Brosnan doesn't need
I guess there's something
to cover
in
himself.
there. I think it's just a little bit of soap.
Does it smell like a drive-by fruiting?
Yes.
It's, as discussed on the Neighborhood Listen, phony. It's a run-by fruiting.
That's not what he calls it, though.
No, he does call it a run-by fruiting.
He calls it a run-by fruiting?
He calls it a run... This, we're playing out the conversation. It's a run-by fruiting. I couldn't believe it either. And if we play the clip now, it's a run-by fruiting.
I mean, it makes more sense because they aren't driving.
Yes. And drive-by shooting makes more sense because of drive-by fruiting, like the connection.
Run-by.
But he says a man ran away. It was a run-by fruit.
Run-by fruiting, yeah.
That's the riff. Yes, because it makes the joke one more step further, but it also contextually makes it
No, it makes way more sense, yeah.
But yeah, it's wild.
Like, of course it is.
Yeah.
I don't think so, because I see a cat that's sitting right here next to me, and he's not fighting.
I heard like a...
Well, if it was a cat meowing, it wasn't this beautiful cat. Here comes
Miranda Hillard's.
Miranda Hillard? Mm-hmm.
Oh, hi. The woman I'm seeing.
No kidding. You? The guy who's never having kids? Won't have anything to do with kids? You won't even date a woman who's got kids.
People change, Ron. I'm pushing 40. I don't want to spend the rest of my life by myself.
Got an awful lot of baggage, though. 3 kids.
3 terrific kids, and I'm crazy about them. Especially that little Natalie. Look at her. She's asleep, God knows. I need some kind of stable father figure in their life right now. Thanks, Todd.
Oh, what about their
Mara Wilson would make a great That Show
What can I
guest.
say, Ron?
Oh, I would love to see Amara on that show, yeah.
Here it comes. But bam! It's the water. That's Pierce Brosnan's squint. It's the squint he gets when he turns around, and it's the bottle. It's full of that liquid.
Right. That's exactly
here it
what it
comes.
smells like.
That way. It was a run by fruiting.
It was a run by fruiting.
Don't worry.
By fruiting.
Yeah.
It's wild.
It's also obviously all the math makes sense, but it is weird. It'd be like, oh, approaching 40. You're like, oh, right, because you're not 40 yet. Okay.
Oh my word! So that show,
tonight
and that pre-show.
on that show, it's going to be
Look at this
music
lineup.
by Joy on Fire, Mike Weiss, incredible strongman clown who may have a portrait of himself tattooed that it turned forest
It's
true.
possible.
Kenice Mobley, the strongest or smartest stand-up that Gethard knows, maybe. Ethan and Gigi, radical anti-fascist clowning. Dylan Adler, original voice, does backflips. Will Miles, hilarious, kind, weirdest bits in the TCGS writers' room.
Nice.
Who was also on the Max original South Side, which was a very weird show as it reached its end. So it makes sense. And then Chloe Troast, a truly unique voice with a shit ton of charisma. But of course, Julie Klausner, the queen of cool, is stepping in because Atamanuik booked work and has to bail. And also, Dardano is in.
Dardano!
So Joey Dardano will return.
Yes!
That's a very full plate of people.
Yeah. Yeah, so this one's not a 24-hour one. you
And
know?
Melly was waiting for the Dardano confirmation to get their live stream ticket.
Ah!
Incredible. Speaking of Melly, fucking insane they were a Podcast The Ride guest at the live show.
Yes!
Yeah!
But if you're going to talk Pizza Rizzo, there's literally only one person in the universe who could do it.
No,
This person who worked there for the bit. Who worked there
Melchneff was the
for
perfect
bit.
guest.
Yes.
So yes, really enjoyed their appearance on there. So which of these people are you familiar with? Obviously, one of them being a writer's on it, but how many of them have history with Geth on the show versus don't?
So, Kenice had a show on Planet Scum that Forrest produced called "Make Yourself Cry" with Kenice Mobley, where she talked to guests about crying and their relationship to crying, and Geth cried on it.
Yeah,
Incredible.
I would show you my make myself cry tote bag that we have, but one of the cats peed on it. So.
Well, that makes me cry because that might be the only one.
That might be the only one that exists.
No, there's there's at least Kenice has one too.
Okay. Whew.
Oof. There's at least two.
And Kenice is still using it. One BBBR saw her with it in Scotland.
I mean, it's a good
No,
bag.
I know. No. Mike has it. Kenice saw him with it, I think.
Oh, that would make more sense.
Yeah.
Actually. Yeah. Yeah, it was a good bag. I mean, if you don't have a cat piss all over it, then it's a great bag.
And
you could put that endorsement on the product.
And Geth is saying that there will be something so bold and insane that it might end with him getting arrested, and that is not an exaggeration. And I think we all know which group it must be that could be doing something so insane it could get Geth arrested, and it is absolutely Ethan and Gigi.
I've said it before. I will say it again. Absolutely my favorite event from the 24-hour event. And the only thing I think I'm going to be disappointed by is not physically being there in person.
That's fair.
There is a lot of stuff that is happening around you when they're doing stuff.
Yeah.
And it's a great live show experience.
And this is a
three-act structure.
Yeah. It's their biggest and riskiest stream yet. It's a 3-act structure. Act 1 is fun. Something we've done a lot before. Act 2 is difficult, but in our hearts important. And Act 3 is alchemy. We have ways and people to care for you along the way and contingency plans if things go awry, but we also have full clown faith that everything will be perfect and it will be some of the greatest 20 or so minutes we could spend together. Thank you for having us, and see you on the other side, Ethan and Gigi.
Sounds like a threat.
Well, and someone said on Geth's post that I got a preview of the I think this is going to get you arrested act this weekend, and Geth is not wrong, so don't blow this by missing it.
Oh, Jesus. And this might be the one I was looking at missing, but now I might just have to find a way.
Yeah, I mean, you might have to look whole.
You might have to look whole.
You might
Have to look whole.
Because maybe that'll do it.
I think I can be a good spouse and look whole.
I hope so.
Wait, what spousal thing do you owe your spouse?
Oh, I mean, it's nothing bad. Alex and I are doing a bike ride across Iowa, rag ride. We've talked about it and passing on the show and here and there. He just needs to get his riders and itinerary and everything written out, which needs to take my computer, and he wants me there to help focus, so I want to be available for him for that. So we're doing that after this. But
what if
it doesn't mean
you
that I
look
can't have it
whole
on the
together?
side.
What if
What- I mean,
instead you both look whole?
That
and
doesn't
then you
mean
do
that it doesn't mean, because I have a bedtime. And the show always pushes it, because these shows, these 3-hour fucking marathons.
Missy!
You think 3 hours?
Boise.
Only
Boise.
the first one was 3 hours.
That's true. No, you're right.
Yeah,
Missy!
I mean, I assume this is going to be 2 hours. Or
Yeah. And look at this. Look at this email that's in their story. Oh my gosh, I get more psyched with every email. What an email to read. This is fucking nuts and I love it.
Yeah. That'll be
Oh my god, I'm so scared.
Missy!
It wouldn't be the first time Geth did something that could have gotten him arrested on one of his shows, so I'm very excited.
What's the most arrestable thing he did beforehand besides have Diddy in the Diddy door?
Well, I mean, there was the time he flew people to New Jersey. They all had weed brownies and then flew them back in to do the show high. It was weed brownie roulette. And only one of them had a weed brownie, but then the other ones got independently high just because they thought it would be fun.
That's very funny. A similar premise was on the Dropout this, actually a couple weeks now, but it was the drinking game where they were playing games while drunk, but one of them's the secret sober, and then they eliminate the person who they thought was the secret sober.
You know what I loved about Dropout?
What?
They didn't say that idea was making its TV debut.
Yo.
You know, like a liar.
Well, like
Dropout.
a liar.
But Dropout is the inventor of panel shows, of course.
Of course, yeah.
So-
No, they invented panel shows.
They invented panel
Well,
shows.
I mean, the Gethard Show invented panel shows, and the Dropout
Yes,
invented panel shows.
that is true.
Hey,
And then
listen,
there's Convergent Evolution. Alex Horn invented panel shows in the UK.
Right,
But it
yeah.
was completely separate things.
Oh, yeah,
and they
completely
converged.
unrelated.
Yes.
They just were filling the same ecological niche.
Exactly.
well, this will be the first that show in a few months where he wasn't competing against John Mulaney.
That's true. That's true. Because Mulaney's on break.
Because no one's watching it.
On
But
I heard the
a
breaks are making
full
their
break,
TV
or is it just
debut.
like he's
like-
coming back at a certain point?
It's like maybe we'll come back. I don't
yeah,
know.
it could just be over.
Oh,
Probably not, but it could be.
They're like we don't know.
That show got headlines and
we'll keep a one-sided feed going for now.
Oh,
against
for sure.
The inventor of comedy.
Right.
But if
They
you
also
want to,
change the name of the show to try to appeal to more audience.
what, the John Mulaney show?
Yeah, because originally it was live from LA.
It was everybody.
Oh, yeah,
Everybody's live in LA.
Live in LA. Now it's like just
Live.
no, I think
Now it's everybody's.
now everybody's live.
Yeah.
Just
Now it's everybody's live.
Everybody.
Now it's just a show Mulaney. It's about him working in an office, and
That's
Martin
right.
Short's there.
The first one was John Mulaney presents Everybody's in LA
Everybody's in LA.
as part of Netflix's A Joke festival, and so the premise was, well, everyone's in LA for the festival,
mhm. Yeah.
so we can get anybody, and that's why they got famed 17-year-old's 30-plus-year-old boyfriend Jerry Seinfeld.
Jesus.
Famed dater of teenagers, Jerry Seinfeld.
So do we think that the act is violent in nature? Is it a threat? Is it going to get investigated by the Secret Service? Is it nudity? What laws could they possibly be breaking in New York?
I think it's going to be obscenity laws.
I think it's got to be obscenity.
But what could be? I mean, we were talking penis puppetry because that's obviously been a thing.
Right,
I don't know
puppetry
what
of the
it could
penis
be.
is nothing new.
Yes, and it's a
I think we're gonna show
three
Hole.
act structure.
But showing Hole already happened.
But
It
they
can't
already
just be showing
did.
Hole.
So like exactly, they've shown Hole.
Could it be
I
some
feel like-
rhetorical escalation from their 9/11 musical?
Ooh.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. If it's like yes, like it includes something. If it's like the
Do
Trevor
they go
Moore,
guar with it? Like full guar?
I will see.
They bring on the alive Saddam Hussein.
I guess maybe this one.
They found him.
I'm just
He didn't
speculating.
die.
I'm not endorsing any thoughts. I'm just saying maybe they hang a Donald Trump during the show.
Ooh, that'd be nice.
Or
Maybe.
they do a Kathy Griffin thing.
They do a Kathy Griffin.
I'm just so curious. What would get them
Also-
arrested?
Also, I feel like there might be some like fireworks involved.
Right? I'm like wondering that too. Like, is it like?
Yeah, it's like something that's weird and technically illegal, but it's not actually like truly obscene or like really violent or like something that could be taken out from YouTube. For
Are they going to
instance,
show
kind of thing.
video of them carrying fruit across the border that they didn't declare?
Like something like that. Like that's what I mean. Like a crime that is
get
technically a
Gethard
crime.
arrested.
They're going to broadcast that sound that the CIA.
Oh, that
is
makes
attacked
you
by.
shit.
Yeah.
Oh, the
It'd be-
Havana syndrome sound. Yeah.
It'd be the brown note.
Yeah.
They're gonna kidnap an audience member. They're gonna actually say out loud that this is not a bet. This is a
kidnap.
legal
Yeah.
kidnapping.
We're gonna maybe
That's gotten
watch
fraternities shut down.
them. We're gonna watch.
Can I tell the story?
It's not my friend. I don't care.
So, a fraternity
I
at
didn't have one.
a school. This happened at a fraternity at a school. Previously, the hazing rituals had included things like you had to do a bunch of like puzzles locked in the basement, like to get out of the basement of the frat. Like
That
escape
sounds
room.
like it would be a Gethard Show episode. Like
Yes.
JD's trapped in the basement and has to
yeah,
do
like
puzzles to be able to take direct the
truly
show.
like that level of hazing. This year,
Not this year. The year.
a year. It was not this year. A
A
year.
There.
what they did was they got a fake gun painted over the orange part
Nope.
and pretended to kidnap the pledges. Which, of course, someone called the fucking cops. Of course. Like, what are you thinking? So, yeah, the frat got shut down.
Wow.
Yeah,
There may have been one or two stories about that at my alma mater, if you remember. But
This was not at my alma mater.
my alma
My alma mater
has
killed
a lot of-
Chloe. And so they got banned in the 90s.
My alma mater has a lot of police involved because of fraternity events.
So, I mean, if they did that
from, like, just noise complaints or, like...
Oh, no. I'll spell that. I went to Penn State, so there's, like...
yeah.
Oh, was that the one where the kid died?
There's a few of those.
There's a few.
Oh, my God.
There's a few things that happened at Penn State.
I believe also the costliest riots, possibly pre anything George Floyd, and I'm not sure maybe even still for adjusted inflation, were football riots after Penn State games.
Football riot.
It's fucking crazy.
You riot if you riot more if you win.
Like, that was the thing that I learned, was that when people were like, oh no, the George Floyd thing, I'm like, oh, protests must have been like a big thing. And like, look, no, the top 10 riots ever were all football related, sports related riots at all
That's
college.
why we need the National
And it was
Guard.
just like, what the fuck?
That's why it's important that we militarize our police.
Because of those darn frat boys.
I just know
who
that...
then grow up to become policemen.
I just know that I personally would love to give up most of my freedoms.
Yeah.
We need some anarchist clown to help heal our nation's soul.
Well, good for you. We're going to get them.
One's here to show whole.
Is Mr. Cardboard going to be there?
No, well, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if some of the other clowns we saw end up being part of the Ethan and Gigi set, but Mr. Cardboard not on the bill.
Yeah, but I mean, if I know what Mr. Cardboard is, he just might show up in anything that show.
He might. That's the thing. He might. He
might show up. It might happen.
I feel fairly confident he will be in the room, but I don't know if he will be performing. You know,
I feel like we'll see him. We'll see him, and not vaguely. I feel like we'll see him. We'll know it's him.
I mean, he's pretty. He stands out in a crowd.
He stands out. So.
But, you know, we brought up Netflix a little earlier, and Kenice Mobley is on the show tonight, and she has something. She appears in something on a better streaming service called Nebula, where she appears on Abolish Everything.
Oh.
Whoops.
Do you ever feel like we'd all be better off?
I don't know who you are. I wanted to watch Kenice Mobley.
Oh, it was the trailer for it.
There we go.
Having a stroke. Abolish. My twin sister also having a stroke.
I don't know how you haven't made $1 million off of the Stroke Twins.
That is a line of porn, and I really wish that you had looked into that before you said that. The Stroke Twins exist. Look it up.
Look, I don't know how that could possibly be porn. I don't know what is so weird about
Look
the
at
Stroke
the audience.
Twins.
She was
All
just
of
some
them
comedy
can
bang
picture
bang this week.
exactly what the Stroke Twins are doing.
It's the Stroke Twins.
She was?
Two twins who've had strokes.
She was.
Yeah.
Sure,
They're
that's
standing back
the
to
first
back.
thing people would think if I were to say the Stroke Twins.
You
The
want to leave
SEO is through the roof.
Josh
on
Sharp.
this.
If you want to leave $1 million on the table, you can.
To achieve that, I should make my sister, who had a pre-stroke, not a stroke, have an actual stroke.
Or lie.
See, I've glossed over the details.
Yeah.
People are dumb. They just want two big flashy words. Stroke Twins.
Oh, that's good. We're hoping that this show will allow you to be linked with Stroke Twins in Google.
Yes.
Okay.
1 million results for Stroke Twins.
Whoever's doing social media, Kenice Mobley, Stroke Twins hashtag. I think that's a good.
Yes,
I mean, it is on
everyone
the
join the
hashtag.
conversation with hashtag Stroke Twins.
I don't want that.
I think we really helped you today.
Abolish.
And she also was, Kenice was also on Griffin's team in the recent trivia event that Griffin and Connor did.
Oh, right.
Of Star Wars trivia. There we go. Wits End. It was Griffin Newman, Marie Barty Salinas, and Kenice Mobley versus Connor Ratliff, Chanel Ali, and Camila Jones.
I like that her Wikipedia includes the detail. In 2021, Mobley was signed by professional wrestling promotion WWE. However, she was released in that day when she pointed out that she got the job without any wrestling knowledge.
And it was right after that that Planet Scum was like, hey, come over here. Let's give you want to do a show on our channel.
Oh, that's incredible.
In that summer, Planet Scum got 2 different comedians who had briefly worked at WWE and got fired for dumb reasons.
Who's the other one?
Judge Millie Tamares.
What did they do for it?
They were also a writer.
Oh,
and then they hosted Judge Millie.
Wait, I'm confused. Why would the WWE need writers?
Well, for like promotional copy, I assume.
Oh, okay.
Because it was a brief window where WWE was like, we should have a more diverse writing staff, and then they got annoyed that meant, oh, maybe this diverse writing staff won't have liked wrestling before.
Maybe they'd be brought into the sphere. Nope. Oh well.
Maybe we want people who aren't in the tight bubble of wrestling fans. I guess not.
Never, ever, ever. Lena, are you excited at the possibility of Hole being shown tonight?
And Gethard might get arrested.
Yes. These are not necessarily related things. Are you excited about Hole being shown tonight, possibly? Are you excited about Geth being arrested?
I don't think they're unrelated.
We think, well, the perpetrators might be
Because
the
Ethan
same.
and Gigi would be the one most likely to show Hole, given that Ethan has shown Hole.
Well, yes, but the showing of the Hole might not be related to the act that gets them arrested.
No.
I'm saying. And I'm not saying it won't not be. Maybe they did. Maybe it's a full Richard Gearing. Maybe they just, that's what the entire, act of it leads up to. Who knows?
And let's be honest, it's very easy to get arrested nowadays.
I also think they might have kidnapped Cuomo.
Oh. That would be huge.
That'd be huge. They was like, he's not lying. Boy, he is going to jail for this. Wow.
Oh,
Here comes Anthony as Cuomo.
Here's a new video he
right.
Everybody in the room feeling good tonight.
Watching Gethard stay awake for 24 hours.
Thank you all so much for coming out.
We're off to a great start. Really felt like I was losing my mind. I'm not tired at all. And if I'm starting to seem a little weird, honestly, that's on you, not on me. It's starting to get a little weird. But we're in it together. This floor is absolutely disgusting. And I promise you, if the performers see you sleeping, they're gonna respect the fact that you came out here and took it to the point where you fucking dropped where you sat. But I think we've officially entered a phase of this experiment where we've removed time from the number of things we care about. This stage is feeling very lived in a way that I like. If you told me at the part where Ethan was showing Hole that I would be sitting over there shedding genuine tears, I would not have believed you, but it happens. I slept for 20 minutes. Let's always let the weirdos drive the car, because that's where the joy and the beauty is. This whole event has been incredible. All I've eaten today is a donut, and now these jalapeno peppers.
Backseat.
And we have 8 hours to go, and I'm letting you know, if I eat even one more jalapeno pepper, I have to go home. I haven't seen my wife or child. There have been situations during this 24 hours where people almost had to call the police for my safety. I'm really off the chain now. I'm just killing time. I'm a very giving host, and I give good intro. I feel very exhausted, but full of a lot of euphoria and joy. But I'll say that because I didn't get to be. I've been very tender. Can I say a couple things? I feel like I'm letting my guard down, like it's 2015 again. Okay, so guys, I can't. Hi, everybody. My name's Chris.
Oh boy, howdy.
I love the incessant jaw harp.
Oh boy.
And Riley saying jaw harpist for hire.
Oh boy, howdy.
He really, like 10 minutes with minutes ago, he was out. I do wonder what What did happen in those last 10 minutes? Because I feel like
Cory Booker of comedy.
He cares so much.
Wait, who said that?
Someone in the comments said it. Edu Little said, Eliza said, the Cory Booker of comedy. Well, they're both from New Jersey.
Mm-hmm. It's that.
He'll go in that burning building.
Yeah. So here's a hint.
Oh.
They said, that show hosted by Chris Gethard, where will the revolution begin on June 25th?
Okay.
Hole.
And it's Wheel of Fortune set.
I'm trying. What is? Okay.
And this is what they might go to jail
I
for.
want a clue. I want a
yeah.
clue.
Because they said, honored to be part of Chris Geth's That Show next Wednesday, 6:25 at 10 p.m. And with such a spectacular lineup, we're attempting to break out of the box for this one, practicing de-arresting techniques as we speak.
Got it.
Oh, I wonder if it's just showing people through clowning how to, like...
Get de-arrested.
Yeah, how to, like...
I
yeah.
could
You
see
can.
that. I could see that. I could totally see that.
Yeah, self-defense.
Yeah. Maybe
But
they go
what
on
would
stage
be-
and forge papers for people.
But what would be... Yeah, I'm just trying to think of what the words would be. That... Something defense... No, no. What would it be?
FORGEPAPERS.
I mean, it could be.
I don't think it is, but
It would be. I mean, it would be hard to structure a 3-act clouding set with emotions and with heaps and beats that are involved forging papers.
Sure.
But it
But
could
if anyone
be.
could do it, it would be Ethan and Gigi.
Indeed. I'm gonna be thinking about what could possibly be. I want them to give us a vowel, something.
Yeah, I would love to buy a vowel.
Oh, excited for Klausner to be co-hosting as well.
Yes.
As much as Anthony would have been great, that's like, well, what a, like, you know, to get someone else to step in last minute that's a pretty good get.
Oh, absolutely. And I mean, I think that... Sorry, I saw it at the end. Also, this is not a joke. I've had conversations with one of these acts, including phrases like, I support you as an artist endlessly. Just keep in mind, I think this is going to get you arrested.
Really, and so here's my thing is, based on what you've told me, I think it's an actual threat, but I'm also could see it being this entire lead up to a very anticlimactic denouement. However,
Or
I'm curious what that could be.
Or a bunch of clown cops are going to come in and start arresting the crowd.
That could be too, because they have to, yeah.
And
Maybe.
then they have to do the things.
Yeah.
It's just like that improv guy.
Del Close?
No. The one
Was
in
worth a shot.
Brazil.
One in Brazil.
What?
There was like a whole thing
Yeah.
in South America where they would like do improv, like community events to like practice like resisting.
Yeah.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. Yeah, what's their name? This came up on something. Was this on a Wizworld maybe? I've heard about this person.
It's like the Theater of the People person?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think.
Or the Theater of the Dispossessed, or Theater of the Oppressed. Yeah, Augusto Boal?
Yes.
Yeah, the Theater of the Oppressed. I could totally see it being Theater of the Oppressed. But Theater of the Oppressed describes theatrical forms that the Brazilian theater practitioner Augusto Boal first elaborated in the 1970s, initially in Brazil and then later in Europe. Boal's techniques use theater as means of promoting social and political change in alignment originally with a radical left politics and later with a center-left ideology. In the Theater of the Oppressed, the audience becomes active such that they are spect actors. They explore, show, and analyze and transform the reality in which they are living.
Okay. So if it's something about a democracy, it could be them declaring themselves their own country or state.
Oh,
which is illegal, and making the audience form in a participatory theater event,
And
engaging on that.
with the idea of it being a revolution, maybe they declare an open revolution against the United States. Ethan,
It's too few letters for coup d'etat. I like that what's funny is this single threat is what we're honed in on. Because we can't speculate on what the stand-up of the other people are going to be. You're like, oh, okay.
Well, I also don't want to show stand-up clips in case they use those jokes on the show.
That
Kenice,
is true.
Kenice is great. Kenice's stand-up is so good. And I'm very excited to see Kenice sort of back in the Gethard orbit after Planet Scum ended. And I want to see her at Sketchfest some year. Someday.
Sorry, I'm starting up on Augusto Boll. It's interesting that he's actually spent time at the Actors Studio.
Inside the Actors Studio?
Yes.
Wow.
James Lipton asking questions.
You're a radical left revolutionary. But I see here you did a production of Brecht.
Can I see the oppressed now?
A young Brecht. Did he fuck Richard Pryor much as the way that Orlando Jones, or not Orlando Jones, Quincy Jones, Orlando Jones exclaiming it would be very funny. Quincy Jones once claimed he did. Discuss.
Can we see that oppressed theater now is a better question.
I do have something to share.
Yes,
you do have something to share. The
for
threat.
those who, I'm actually.
You could get arrested for this. Actually,
I should have prepared more information regarding this, so I'm going to be vague because Phony can explain it better than I can. But during that show, there was a donation you can make to get a picture of a cat with hands drawn on them.
Absolutely incredible.
Yes.
So I donated it right there on the spot. Didn't really think that it was going to take, not minutes or hours. It was going to take.
And yeah, that was for Nick Fierro, who's a New Jersey-based storyteller who, on a previous episode, told a story where he stepped through a goose.
He
stapled a $20 bill to his leg.
Yep, he stapled $20 bill to his leg. And then I had forgotten, but we had previously seen him perform with Geth when he did a New Jersey as the World Tour, and he went to Erie County. So I had seen him before. I was these cat hands. This sounds familiar. I've heard someone talk about this before. That's why, but I didn't get to see the cat hands. So.
And this time you didn't just got to see. You got to.
Got it. I was surprised. I didn't
personification.
I didn't think we were gonna get three hands. You really only see two of them, but he drew the third one. It's the applied hand there. So
looked at the logic of it. It's sound.
He also appeared on the special without Brett Davis as both David Hyde Pierce and Tommy Chong.
Incredible, two very different directions.
He was David Hyde Pierce on the episode Go, Jojo, Go, which was starring Joe Firestone. Formerly of After Midnight, and now back on The Tonight Show. And he was Tommy Chong on the 2018 the special without Brett Davis episode Weed versus Vape.
Which one won?
Weed
You'll
vape.
have to watch to find out.
Oops. Or it's very possible Voicey might have just told us.
And Sally.
Oh,
Burtnick,
I have no idea.
Sally Burtnick played Kid Yodeler Mason Ramsey.
Did they in fact yodel?
You'll have to watch to find out.
Oh, actually, where would you watch that at? I actually don't know
YouTube.
Oh, okay.
All of the special and all of the Gethard Show are on. Well, not all the Gethard Show. All of the specials on YouTube. The vast majority of the Gethard Show is on YouTube, except a couple episodes Geth took down.
Or the True TV seasons.
Right, but those are on. You can buy those.
You can buy them. Yeah, you can't stream them anywhere.
They used to be on Max, the one to watch.
Oh, what happened?
They got Zaslaved.
Oh no!
But not like fully Zaslav because
they already had all this content that people want to watch. Why don't they just keep the content that people could watch the content?
Well, you can still watch Career Suicide on Max.
Okay. But soon to be HBO Max again.
Yeah.
Oh,
when does that go into effect?
That's going to save them.
This summer.
This summer. Why are they even delaying it?
This summer.
They have to get all the branding and the coding out again.
Oh, you can also watch Career Suicide on Hulu or on Disney Plus.
They have to let Max know that he's out of a job because his older brother HBO Max is back.
He's back.
The favorite son is back.
There's only one.
Oh, the Gethard show's on Hulu?
Oh, is it really?
Really?
Google says it's on Hulu. I don't know if I believe it.
Well, I have Hulu, so let me see. I don't not believe it, but I would be incredibly
Also,
shocked if
big
that was true.
news. Now when you search the Chris Gethard show, that show comes up as one of the results.
Ooh. But not that pre-show. Womp womp. The Chris... Really cool kids about it. The Christmas break. The Christmas setup. The Chris Reeves story.
I don't know. I don't think it's on
Oh,
there.
Chris Gethard show. Well, okay, it's with a subscription of some sort. It's on live TV subscription.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I have live TV.
But I don't know what it would be on there
Now,
with.
IO test. We have live as part of our Hulu.
So I'm curious if it's just underneath, like, you have a channel of it available, or if it's on True TV. And
It's probably because of True, yeah. I bought it years ago, so I don't need to worry about it.
Just Gethard show.
I realized that should have played earlier when I was talking about Make Yourself Cry with Kenice Mobley and
That's true.
Judge Millie.
Has Julie Klausner ever been on the Chris Gethard show?
Has who?
Julie Klausner?
Wait.
Probably.
Probably?
So, I can confirm.
Excuse me. Oh, God.
I'm trying to. It says season 3 and just season 3.
That's the True.
But that's just, yeah. But it has the first 5 episodes. There are definitely more than 5 episodes.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So it has the first 5 episodes are available. Why? Do they play it? Do they ever play it again? Do they ever randomly play?
I don't think so.
The other show? Okay, well, you can watch the first 5 episodes.
She's on 2 different episodes.
Yep,
She's on How Do Girls Work and the official TCGS Dum Dum.
So How Do Girls Work is a public access one, and then the Dum Dum is a big episode of the Gethard show, and the Dum Dum actually stayed at our house.
Oh, fun!
Yeah.
Nice guy.
Yeah.
Oh,
and we had the official Dum Dum shirt.
Season 3, episode 3, the official TCGS Dum Dum.
Yeah. So you can watch that episode with Julie Klausner for free.
So wait, are these actually? I guess so. Episode 4 is oops, we got a bunch of exercise equipment.
Yep.
Which
Pally
has the famous debut of a musical artist of it.
Yeah.
John Mulaney's Mannequin.
Yeah, Mannequin Pussy makes its TV debut there.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, there was also Julie Klausner was also in the George Lucas documentary, according to IMDb.
For what reason? Just as a talking head?
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. I mean the Connor Ratliff documentary.
Oh, thank you.
I mean, I'm
Yes,
Connor
the
Ratliff, a George Lucas story.
Yes,
I mean, I'm George Lucas, a Connor Ratliff story.
If you had said if you said the documentary I'm George Lucas, I would have understood.
No, that's
the George
that's
Lucas
fair.
documentary. I'm like, oh, there was a documentary on George Lucas, not
She was
there's a documentary
also-
on George Lucas.
She was also in Marvel Eat the Universe, which I think Patrick was booking at the time. And she's been on GLTS multiple times. Yeah. So it's like it says, you know, their creative orbits have crossed over a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And she says, my old friend Julie will be joining us. For over 20 years, we've been in each other's artistic orbits and have crossed over many times. She is one of the real deal people who has done it in a punk way, start to finish. On top of that, Joey Dardano is in. Joy on Fire with the Tunes. Dylan Adler, Kenice Mobley, Ethan and Gigi, Mike Weiss, Will Miles, Chloe Troast. This show is ridiculously stacked. It's foolish that I only charged $10 for this.
I mostly know her from the clips that have entered my sphere from her podcast with Tom Sharpling.
Double Threat?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then, bizarrely, I spent a summer obsessed with a song she did where it was a Kate Bush parody of where she just sings a love song from Clarice to Hannibal Lecter.
Oh, that's good.
Well, I guess it's probably not. It would get copyright struck. It's a 5-minute epic. It's a full Kate Bush song though, so everyone has to have the buy-in to see it. But it is very good, whetting her appetite for Julie.
There's a da Pope.
Da Pope.
Da Pope.
What if they surprise us and this is actually a 24-hour episode?
I would love it.
Oh, that's part of the crime. The audience doesn't know that. They get locked in. They're forced to be there for 24 hours.
I mean, I think that would be a great idea, and I think they should definitely do that.
Okay, I think they're going to do it.
Okay. I mean, now that Phony is waited, how could they not?
Sent the video to you, Phony.
What a sentence.
What a sentence, Lena.
Oh, wait. Oh, okay. I didn't know that happened. That's fucking weird. How recent was this? I actually don't listen. I've never listened to their full show, but I enjoy what I enjoy what I see of it. So I've always thought about it. It's one of those things because it's had such a long history. It's one of those podcasts that I feel so daunting to even just like approach it because I'm like, oh, there's so much that I'm sure I'm gonna have to like pick up real quickly if I wanted to listen to stuff.
You really love something and you do it with sincerity, there's a chance that you can communicate.
And Woody's Wi-Fi went out.
Wait.
You broke up there.
Oh, God.
Who's
he yelling to?
Pasta! Los burritos pasta!
Holy moly.
What?
It's like a put on. It's like what somebody who hates Alec Baldwin would write him doing.
Of course.
He yells something in Spanish off screen.
Don't yes, Woody!
Or
if you really love something.
Oh, Hilaria?
Yeah, I mean, since she speaks Spanish and is Spanish. Ma, get meatloaf. He also sounds like
Meatloaf.
Ma, meatloaf.
Yeah, I do really like Double Threat. But I haven't listened to episodes either. But whenever clips come by, it's like, well, I'm gonna check this out.
Well,
I know Hilaria is a name. It also sounds like exactly the type name you'd pick if you were trying to like.
Up.
Yeah. Yes. That's the Double Threat.
I think it's safe for people to guess how I first became familiar with Sharpling.
The show Monk?
No.
I don't know how.
I'm familiar with him from him buying the 1600 and then eventually Bryson failed to give him the sign finally.
That is
literally
the best
introduced him
context to
being
introduce him to.
someone in the chat and being like, "Oh God!" like not realizing he was well known. The Sharpling, he's in the chat, and like, wow, the Sharpling guy, he has a lot of pull.
He has $16,000 worth of pull.
I mean, I saw it. It was stolen on camera.
If you sign the affidavit saying such, and then we'll.
I wish that clip was like cut out on the GLTS channel because that was so good.
We should let Patrick know. He's been making clips.
Alice took us to the location of that.
Nice.
That horrible robbery.
That was insane. It's hard to explain how high strung that moment was, even though it really wasn't high strung, but it felt so high strung.
It felt so intense.
It was so intense. Bryson's battery was dying.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
We were very worried that we would never see Bryson again if his phone died.
See, that was a situation we were worried the cops were going to get involved.
Yeah, that was why, yeah. But it was very funny that everyone jumped to, oh, if his phone dies, he's obviously gone forever.
That's actually that is actually how I joined the Discord.
Oh, right.
Because I was like, I need confirmation that Bryson is okay.
That's right.
And people were like, he's fine. I'm like, thank you.
Well, in the post show, we confirmed it.
Oh, okay.
That Bryson was okay.
We broke the story.
And by we, I mean, of course, the royal we, because I'm phony. But but Forrest, the keeper of the canon, and Emily Pineapple broke the story.
And Enemy Pineapple, the same that will be here for that post show.
Yes, the very same. We Are Trash People's Emily Pineapple, who will be back after that show with Fluval, Grand Trivia Master of the Grand Aquarium Empire. He may be an ancient multidimensional being older than time itself, but he loves 2010's indie comedy out of New York City.
Fluval will have to be on the police ban to see if the arrest goes out and tracking down where the police are taking the perpetrators tonight.
Yeah, that'll be fun to have to figure out. If they get arrested, that'll be great.
Because my thing is, like, is the threat of arrest active during it, or if the footage gets out, kind of? That's what I'm just so confused.
I mean, there have definitely been things where if the footage had gotten out, it could have caused problems on various Gethard-related projects.
I mean, that's true. Yeah, that is fair.
But the audience is great about not doing that. Mm-hmm. You know?
Maybe they're just going to chip on police scanners and start announcing their crimes.
It's like the audience is good about not spoiling the secret guest, the what guest, the deleted guest, something
the
guest,
third
on
guest.
Whatever on GLTS.
Mm-hmm.
Second guest. I was trying to throw people off the scent.
I was like,
that's the second guest, but I was trying to throw them off the scent.
Oh yeah,
that's the third one.
And don't forget, people, if you still need to get your tickets, you can get it like I do.
Yes, he has a ticket request.
Yeah, I'll mention it to him.
I may have. I listed a bunch of stuff. I may have already mentioned that. And I can tell you that happened. That was the anniversary of Toy Story.
Oh.
Because we watched Toy Story first. We watched after the show ended. We watched the whole movie Toy Story, and then
that's right.
Bryson went on this journey.
That's right.
1600 Pen sign.
Yeah, after spending all day watching all of 1600 Pen.
Yeah.
Oh,
you think they'll do? They should do a sequel
to 1600 Pen.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
1601 Pen.
Exactly.
I mean, we're getting a Spaceballs sequel, so
yeah. And I mean, I guess that is a 1600 Pen reunion.
I'm ready for Studio 61 on the Sunset Strip.
They should do that too. They should do.
They demolished the old theater and they build it across the street.
Arliss.
Well, we still need Arliss babies.
Arliss babies.
So would the sequel to Big Lake be Big Lake, or would it be like Bigger Lake, or would it be Empty Lake? It's like a legacy sequel where they come back and the lake's all dried up.
Well,
I guess
Bigger Lake.
You think Bigger Lake?
Bigger Lake, yeah.
Bigger Lake, and it's like an action park now.
Yeah.
Ocean.
Or it would be
Reservoir.
Yeah, I was gonna say what's larger than a lake but not an ocean. The ocean's too extreme.
Yeah. I like the idea that Josh Franklin comes back.
Ooh, big.
He lost another banking job.
Mm-hmm.
Inland Sea.
It could be a Great Lake.
Great Lake.
Big Great Lake.
A big, beautiful lake.
And is this set in another Pennsylvania town, or is it still set in Big Lake, Pennsylvania?
No, it would be set in at one of the the Great Lakes.
No, it's Big Lake. They renamed themselves after the company that used to be there, which unfortunately it's not Hershey's. It's Dow Petrochemicals.
I like that.
So you can go visit Dow Petrochemical, Pennsylvania.
And of course, Glenn Cordoba died off screen between seasons, never to return.
I was gonna say, yeah, there's definitely a one cast member.
Horatio.
Okay, I was searching. I was like, okay,
not come back.
But Chris Parnell could be there.
Yeah, I'm sure they get their little brother. I mean,
Dylan Blue.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll join.
What's Dylan Blue up to?
He joined.
No, not the Versace fragrance.
He joined the he was on GLTS.
Hey, there's only one.
He was.
Hours.
There's only one fragrance. Only one fragrance that I want. Blog, show the audience.
Yes.
It's Pierce Brosnan's Squint, as featured in the Run by Fruiting scene. It smells like an orange hitting you in the forehead.
You don't want Undeniable by Billy D. Williams?
From the sounds of it, no.
Have you seen Big Lake?
No.
Well, I watched
all of it.
I watched all of it while people were talking about it.
Again, doesn't surprise me.
That was intern Forrest's first time running social media during a GLTS marathon.
Oh, nice. That was. Let's see. Let's see. If, I mean, you would probably do a better job than me phoning. I'm trying to think of the order of the marathons. So obviously it was May the 4th.
Oh,
that was the 6 seasons of Arlo.
I don't know that intern Forrest will do better, or I'll do better than you. Because intern Forrest was distracted during all of them.
Then it was the 6 seasons of Arliss, and then I think Big Lake was next.
Let's see. Playlists.
And then I think 1600 Pen.
Because wasn't Big Lake like a bet? Because wasn't that like Geth's like?
That was, I think it was like it was like a compromise. It's like, okay, we watched all of Arliss, we'll watch your show now.
So yeah, first was May the 4th. Second was Arliss. Third was 1600 Pen.
Oh, 1600 Pen was before it. Okay.
And then Arliss. No, that doesn't make sense.
No.
And then the Big Lakens, which was the Big Lake one.
Then the Big Lake.
Okay.
And then
Muppets Tonight.
Wouldn't
then
it shock you
Muppets
that
Tonight.
I still haven't seen every single episode of GLTS?
Oh wait,
and then Lucas Lynch.
No, we missed Sunset Strip.
Yeah. Also, did you get the Snow Dogs, all those dogs, or is that not actually?
That's later.
Okay.
I'm trying to.
Studio 60 was after 1600 Pen.
After 1600 Pen, and then it would have been Muppets Tonight.
Yeah, and then it was Muppets Tonight.
Because that was the first time I watched.
And then Lucas Lynch.
And then I think Lucas Lynch.
I don't see the buddies.
Were those
and Ford versus
buddies, Spooky Buddies, Treasure
Ford
Buddies.
v February?
Oh yeah, yes. Ford v February. Yep. Mm-hmm. That was the last one.
Before
so
that,
the buddies would have been.
Oh, here we go. Buddies was after Lucas Lynch.
After Lucas Lynch.
And before Ford v February. So it was the second to last big marathon then. Little did we know.
Little did you know. They would only have to stand for a few more years of consistent Epson live shows that get recorded. More content. It is nice. It is nice that that show has sort of filled a little bit of a slightly niche gap when it comes to just it's obviously not the same thing, but just a comedy show with the types of guests that would appear on Georgia's talk show.
Because for me, it kind of fills that Planet Scum Live gap, which kind of filled the CGP gap, which kind of filled the Gethard Show gap.
Yeah.
Because I mean, and I definitely do recommend watching Chris Gethard Presents to anyone who hasn't seen them yet. They're very fun episodes.
The gap is so wide. Again, this is like getting into a podcast. The gap is so wide. I'm just so intimidated to dip my toe into it.
Well, that's the thing, because Chris Gethard Presents has less episodes than anything else.
I do remember when George kicked a door down. I do.
We all remember where we were when George kicked down that door.
I do remember that time I was there when George almost threw up. That was the first time I was ever truly concerned in a live stream about, oh no, there's something unsafe happening.
The May the 4th stream was when George got real red and just sort of passed out in the basement.
Well, I mean, we all saw the consequences of a bud and a dog that Watto experienced.
Oh, yeah.
Remember this.
Which, after a day of everybody's in eating a bud, or eating a dog and drinking a bud, so he had probably at least 10 at that point.
Oh,
yeah.
Jesus.
And it was when clipping the chip had happened.
What did Watto expect to happen?
I think that.
I think that. But then the whole clipping the chip, where they're singing the HBO song to bring it back to Max. And at one point, Watto stopped singing because he threw up in his mouth.
Oh,
doesn't get better than that.
It doesn't get better than that.
Cinema.
Oh, wow, we're already 1 minute away to showtime.
Cinema.
Well, 1 minute away to like that.
Yeah.
But I got the email.
I guess we should figure out what we're gonna do next week.
Yeah, what's next week?
Oh, that's a good question. Well, I called the shot for Pokemon, so I will let it be in the realm of blog or phony or the audience.
Okay, I have an idea.
What is it?
So next week, it's close to a holiday. Let's just talk about 1776, the musical.
They did an all women's remount of it. Actually, I don't know too much about it. Do you know what? Fuck it. Sure.
I've never seen it.
You've never seen it? Oh my god.
Blog, do you like 1776 the musical?
It's a great musical. It's so good.
It's a great musical?
It's a great musical.
It's a great musical.
Yeah.
I think I haven't seen it because I'm from California.
Have you seen it?
I saw it.
Wait, no,
I've
Emily,
seen it.
Voicey saw it. I don't
saw
know.
it in school.
I never saw it in school.
It's been 14 years since I saw it. I saw a VHS tape of it when I was interning at Focus, and the guy I was staying with had like a catalog of VHS tapes, and I'm like, 1776, never watched this. Picked it up, watched it. I'm like, those are songs about the signing, more or less.
It was Hamilton before Hamilton.
I'm gonna say way better than Hamilton.
It has more plotting men, and I didn't say plotting, I mean plodding men than Hamilton does. It is great. Actually, Ken Howard, who was CEO of Cabletown and 30 Rock is in it, and former or future SAG president.
Mr. Feeney's in it?
Mr. Feeney's in it. I don't really know if there's any other big names in it.
Oh, I don't think so. I mean, it's pretty much
A bigger name than Mr.
Who's bigger than Feeney?
Well, Howard De Silva was like he was like an actor in
But
stuff.
it took me a lot longer to say Feeney.
That's true. Oh wow, the cast of 1776 got to perform in the White House for Nixon. And it's funny because the picture of William Daniels next to Nixon, Nixon's standing in front. I'm just going to show the photo.
Yeah.
It's one of the few actually photos on Wikipedia that doesn't become super small when you try and pull it up. It's just Nixon in the middle there. There's Howard De Silva as Ben Franklin. There's young Ken Howard as I think Thomas Jefferson. I think that's Thomas Jefferson. And then William Daniels just side eyeing to the other way and is going Oh, I would love to talk
Aw.
Assassins. I don't know if we can watch it. I don't know if there's any film versions of it, but I would love to talk Assassins. It's a great musical. Missy, musical hater, loves a musical. And a Sondheim one.
In 2022, William Daniels tweeted, Mr. Feeney is still helping people, me included. Got stuck at the airport with an expired ID. Whoopsie. But the youngsters working the desk knew him and allowed me on the plane because of it. Don't know where I would be without him.
Yeah, well, of course, he betrayed John Adams, and then he became a teacher and principal at John Adams High.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
And
Did they do that on purpose?
He
I assume
reunited.
They had to have done it on purpose.
He reunited with his students.
Oh.
But the official lead-in to that show is live.
Oh, there we go.
So I guess, we gotta do, next week, 1776 will rise again.
Maybe they're gonna get arrested for shooting fireworks out of their ass.
Oh, fire hole.